Come on in this motherfucker. My bad about the delay. Y'all already know what time it is. Nigga got caught up on some shit. Yeah, man. Got caught up on some shit, but we locked in. Y'all come on in here. I'm gonna wait till y'all come on in. Shout out to the one person still in this motherfucker waiting. I'm looking at the chat right now. I see what time it is. Motherfucker say that, oh, forget about us. No, sir, I did not. No, sir, I did not. I just goddamn had to catch up with the time. You know what I mean? But we off in here. We off in here. How y'all feel today? We go get into it. Yeah, man. We gonna definitely get into it. Week 1, game breakdown, the whole nine. We gonna jump off in this shit. The only way we know how to do it. You feel me? We definitely gonna pop this shit off. But I've been a little busy today, yeah, man. So fuck all the dumb shit. But we finna set a vibe. Shout out to everybody in here. Come on back in here. I appreciate y'all for fucking with me. Brett S, what's poppin', baby? Goddamn it, House of Nicholas, what's good? Royal Boy, 94, what's poppin', my G? Come on in here. Come on in here. We'll set a little vibe real quick. I'm going to, twist me a little green thing up. It's Saturday. Y'all know what time it is. Come on in this motherfucker, man. I apologize for my motherfucking delays. You know what I mean? We should have been popping off. It's 6 o'clock. But it's all right, though. Got plenty of content prepared for you today. The only motherfucking way I can give it to you. We gonna get into it. We gonna definitely get into it. Me 1 second. I'm already prepared. Except for I'm gonna twist me up a little green thing so we can zone the fuck out. Matter of fact, let me go on and set a vibe. You know what I mean? So we can get this shit jumping. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Beautiful.
When it comes to protecting mid to large size
y'all know what
businesses,
time
the
it
Hartford
is.
Note.
You already know. Let's get off in this shit, man. How y'all feel today? I had to set a zone real quick. Had to set that zone real quick. How y'all fucking feeling tonight? Well, it's already this afternoon. Hell, it's 6 o'clock. It's this evening. We about to pop this off. We gonna be in here about an hour and a half. We gonna get this shit over with. Yeah, man. First off, let me apologize for the technical difficulties I had last night on my last night live. Fucking internet went down and they come back up for about an hour and a half. So, I don't know what else to say about that shit. But besides, I apologize for that. You know what I mean? Other than that, we're about to get off into this shit. We're about to definitely get off into this. First off, let me show y'all some love in the chat. Yeah, because y'all came right back. What's popping with you? Shout out Black Cat Panther Podcast. I don't even know if my nigga Q here anymore, but shout out Q. Shout out the King, Providence IQ or Providale Q. G Money, what's popping? Mike Darko, you already know. Donald Vaughn, I see you. Omar Tillman, yes sir. What's that? Pearl Hargret, what's popping? Pearl, you already know. Brett S, yes sir. House of Nicholas, Royal Boy 94, Choppy 71. Dimitri, you already know what time. Hey, Dimitri, I'm going to get at you behind the scenes, my G. Carolina Blue 843, yes sir. Mike Darko's Lonzo, what's popping? He say we in here. Lonzo say we in this bitch. Yes sir, we in this bitch. Till, what's good, Till? Hey, shout out Till. Till, matter of fact, we was getting into it last night, but like I said, I had a couple technical difficulties, you know what I mean, with the internet service, but that's needless to say. We right back, goddammit. We definitely finna jump off in here. Goddammit, Donna B. What's poppin', Donna? Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. I should have been live, but yeah, I had a couple things to do, couple runs to make, you know what I mean? Shit, life is life. You know what time it is. Y'all definitely know what time it is. All right. Well, let's get off into this motherfucking content. Now, y'all see the title of the live. This is a week 1 game breakdown. But before we get there, I thought we'd recap on the live from last night. And as y'all can remember, last night the live was titled NFC South. Not the no, it was the NFC Power Rankings. I was not ranking the entire NFL. And y'all wouldn't believe how many motherfuckers that got at me talking all kind of crazy shit. Nah, nigga, I wasn't talking about the entire NFL. I'm talking about the NFC. God damn it, it's two conferences, bitch. AFC, NFC. Now that we got that established, let's move on. Now, I simply broke this shit down. If you ain't catch the live from last night, you fucking go back and retract on that yourself. But I'm really gonna revisit it now, so it's no need. Simply last night, I simply ranked every fucking team in the NFC from top to fucking bottom. If you was with me last night, you know what time I was on. Well, either way, we get back into it. The NFC power rankings coming into the 2022 and the 2023 season. NFC, goddammit, not NFL. NFC. This does not motherfucking include the fucking Kansas City Chiefs. This does not include the Buffalo Bills, the Steelers, none of this shit. None of the AFC teams. This is only NFC, goddammit. Pay attention to you motherfuckers talking that crazy shit. I'm a reiterate. Now, the number one team I have in the NFC conference will be the Los Angeles Rams. I got them finishing with a 13-4 record. This will land them as the number one team in the conference. Right behind them at the number 2 spot, I had Green Bay. I'm gonna recap on all that. Green Bay at number 2, finishing the season with a 12-5 record. D-Cash, what's popping? No, hey, Nas One, what's good? Slime Life Nas, I see you. Goddamn it, Candy Man. Where you been at, nigga? Shout out Candy Man, my West Coast connect. Yeah, now back at it. Right behind Green Bay, 3rd spot in the NFC conference, I had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, finishing the season with an identical record as Green Bay at 12-5. Right behind them, as division leaders, not due to wins, I got the Washington Commodores, finishing the season with a 9-8 record. This will win the NFC East. Okay? Right, and number 5, I got the Carolina Panthers finishing with an 11-6 record. This will guarantee this won't win the division, but this will guarantee us the first wild card spot in the conference because of wins at 11-6. Right behind the Carolina Panthers, shout out to the legend, bringing up the ass in, is the New Orleans Saints, finishing with a 10-7 record. This will sneak the New Orleans Saints into the last playoff spot in the conference. Now, bringing up the very ass in, and at the end of the season, these two teams will be fighting for their last wild card spot. It will be the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys, both finishing with an identical record of 9-7. You have 9-8. I apologize. You have 2 NFC East teams finishing with a 9-8 record. I got the Commodores holding the tiebreaker over the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the first team's out. The first team's bringing up the bottom of this conference. You're going to have the Atlanta Falcons finishing 3-14. You're going to have the Detroit Lions finishing 5-12. You're going to have the Chicago Bears right behind the Detroit Lions finishing with a meager 6-11 record. And then right behind the Chicago Bears finishing 6-11, I got the New York Giants finishing 5-12. Then behind those guys, I got the Seattle Seahawks finishing with a 7-10 record and bringing up the ass end of this conference. Well, not the ass end. These teams I'm finna name, the last 2 teams I'm finna name, will also be in the hunt for the last playoff spot as the season wanes. And these last 2 teams are the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Arizona Cardinals will also finish with a 9-8 record. And behind them, the Philadelphia Eagles will finish with an 8-9 record. This was only the NFC conference power rankings. This had nothing to do with the fucking AFC. So if you don't understand now, then goddamn it, you ain't understanding at all. It ain't gonna, it's not gonna happen for you. You understanding this is not gonna fucking work for you. To the legend, he say you out your mind. No, straight up and down, Till. I did my research, and look, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into why I say the Carolina Panthers will be the number 4 team in this conference, total conference, not division. Till, I'm talking about conference, all the way down. Number 4 on the list with 11-6 as the finishing season record. And I'm going to tell you why, Till. Listen, here's the reason why, sole reason why. The the Los Angeles Rams, the Green Bay Packers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They all got quarterbacks, bro. The Los Angeles Rams with Matthew Stafford, Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, and Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. Regardless of what we say about Tom Brady, he's still, if he plays, he's still who the fuck he is, okay? So Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford. Outside of those 3 quarterbacks, shout out to the legend. There are no quarterbacks in this conference better than Baker Mayfield. You can say what you want, but honestly, I don't see any one of these quarterbacks outside of the 3 I just gave you in this conference that's head and shoulders better than Baker Mayfield. Yo, believe me, let's fucking get into it. We get into it. I got the notes right here. Let's jump into it. Okay, Dallas Cowboys. Let's take Dak Prescott, for instance. Now, hell, you got a lot of Dallas fans about ready to get rid of Dak ass. Now that's needless to say, but I speak to a lot of Dallas fans, and they just ain't never quite trusted that nigga just yet. So if I'm comparing Dak Prescott versus Baker Mayfield, I don't see too much of a distance in between these 2 players. So scratch Dak Prescott off. We'll go. Let's go to Chicago. Let's matter of fact, let's just get the division out the way. Jameis Winston, no fucking way. He's nowhere near better than Baker Mayfield. Now, granted, Jameis Winston is a fucking seasoned vet. Now he's a fucking journeyman quarterback. He's an NFC South slut. Basically, that's what the fuck Jameis is. The whole NFC South done ran a train on that black ass nigga. Straight dirty. Straight did that nigga dirty. Shit, nigga. Jameis Winston is an NFC South slut. Therefore, Baker Mayfield, there is no separation. Only thing that separates him from Jameis Winston is the fact that Jameis Winston has played double the fucking years in the league. That's about it. You're not gonna hit me with playoff wins. You're not gonna hit me with that Pro Bowl shit. No, don't give me none of that shit. Don't give me none of that shit when it comes to Jameis Winston. Now, Atlanta Falcons. No goddamn way is Marcus Mariota better than Baker Mayfield. Neither is Desmond Ridder. We'll move the fuck on. So, like I say, second best quarterback in this division, the only one that precedes Baker Mayfield is Tom Brady due to his fucking accolades. That's it. Now we'll move on. Let's talk about the other teams in the division. The Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray. I'm so fucking sick of you niggas talking to me about Kyler Murray, man. Hey, and then on top of that, compare Kyler Murray to Baker Mayfield. There is no fucking separation there. If anything, Baker's better. Moving the fuck on. Seattle, Geno Smith, come on, man. Detroit, you got Jared Goff. There may be competition there. But I don't believe in the franchise. So there's no fucking way Jared Goff is better than Baker Mayfield. That's just me. Shout out Donna B. She say time gets this with swag. Time gets this with sag. Sweet Carolina. What? Time get this with saying Sweet Carolina. Shout out Donna B. Oh yeah, we definitely excited about week 1, Donna B. Now let's get back into the content. Like I said, in this conference, total conference, there aren't too many quarterbacks better than Baker Mayfield. And I just gave them to you. Matthew Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield. 4th quarterback in this goddamn conference. Period. There really ain't no argument about it. You can throw what you want at me. I mean, you talking San Francisco and Trey Lance, nigga, please. You talking New York Giants, Daniel Jones. Come on, man. I mean, let's be real. Philly, Jalen Hurts, nigga, fucking please. Fucking please with that shit. Ain't there one of these niggas out playing Baker Mayfield? Like I said, 4th best quarterback in the conference. Behind Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. Baker Mayfield. We'll move the fuck on. Now, another reason that I got the Carolina Panthers finishing how I got them finishing, 11-6, 4th team in the conference. It's due to the fact of the Carolinas run attack. If Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, now mind you, this is based solely on the health of Christian. But if he stays healthy, there is not a running back in the NFC conference as good as Christian McCaffrey. Out the backfield, catching out the backfield, route running, none of this shit. Yards out the catch. What the fuck we talking about? There is no running back in this conference better than Christian McCaffrey. You can throw a lot of names at me. It's a lot of running backs in this conference, but there ain't one better than Christian McCaffrey, barring he stays healthy. If I'm bullshitting, leave it in the fucking comments. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. My third part of the reason why I gave the Carolina Panthers the finishing record I gave them and the finishing position I gave them is there's another position on this offense that I do not see any team in this NFC conference better than us. And that's the wide receiving position. We can talk all the fuck we want to talk, but let's truly compare what's on the paper. You got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, you got fucking Rashad Higgins, you got Shi Smith, and that's just 4. Let's leave it at the 4. And no, I gotta throw Terrace Marshall in there, even just because he's on the fucking roster. But let's just leave it there. I'm looking at the Rams receivers. We know who they got. They got Cooper Kupp. Outside of Cooper Kupp, there's really no viable threat there. Okay, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers lost his number 1 target. If anything, he's going to have to rely on somebody this season to become. It's going to become a player that Aaron Rodgers has yet to become a number 1 wide receiver for him. Aaron Rodgers will have to develop trust in him. So Aaron Rodgers really has no number 1 receiver. If anything, it'd be Aaron Jones, his running back. Moving on. I can compare all the wide receivers. Tom Brady, if anything, I say the closest thing to compare to us as far as the wide receiving position goes will have to be the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It had to be the division foes. You know what I mean? We know what they got in New Orleans as far as wide receiving weapons, but can Jameis be efficient enough to get them there? You know what I mean? We know what they got in Tampa Bay, but will Tom Brady be able to sustain a 17, 18-week season? These are questions that has to be asked. So therefore, the needle points more towards Baker Mayfield. We'll move on from that. But these are all points that gave me all the ammunition I needed to put my Panthers right where the fuck they're going to end up. with 11-6 overall record. That's where we at. Tune, what up, my G? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in here. Real quick now, if y'all goddamn enjoying the content, you already know what to do. Step on the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you new over here. Yeah, me, do me one right there. Share the channel if you feel like it. And if you want to show extra love, jump in the Cashapp, my G. Big U, little N, double K, 2021. You already know what time it is. There, like I said, quarterback, best number 4 quarterback in the conference, number 1 running back in the conference, and we might have top 2, top 3 best wide receiving core in this conference. This alone puts us where the fuck we need to be. I ain't gonna even touch on the defense. There's no need to touch on that, because we know what the defense is. Now, we'll get into some more of this content. Yeah, shout out Lonzo. He say C-Mac is by far the number 1. Why is this a talk? Hey, shout out Lonzo. It has to be said because these motherfuckers seem to forget along the way what we got in house, Lonzo. Along the way, Carolina Panther fans or opposing team fans seem to fucking forget what we got over this bitch. You know what I mean? They seem to forget, so we gotta refresh their memory. Omar Tillman, what's popping? He say, "What are the 6 losses you see?" Now, now shout out Lonzo. I could give you the Rams. I could give you a drop to Tampa Bay. I could give you a drop to San Francisco. Should we drop there? I could give you a drop with Pittsburgh. Should we drop there? And I can give you a drop to New Orleans. Should we drop there? There's 6 losses. You know, I really don't see too many losses. What I did was look at the games we could possibly lose. Now, it's fucking funny because if I look at this schedule and I compare what's on paper, I actually have to think about what games we could possibly lose. You see what I'm saying? See, if I got to think about what we could possibly lose, then goddamn it, losing ain't in the equation. If I got to think about what we could possibly lose, like I had to think, okay, Tampa Bay could possibly beat us in the split. You know what I mean? I had to. I mean, you really got to look at it. Choppy say 10-7. You know what I mean? Choppy say 10-7. If we finish 10-7, that means New Orleans will finish 11-6. I ain't having it. Shout out Cosmic Try. What's popping, my G? Yeah, Lonzo said Kamara last game against us, the bitch had 10 touches for 32 yards. Yeah, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. The bitch had 10 touches for 32 yards. Get that bitch out of the game. Toon say 12-5. I wouldn't even sweat it. I mean, like I say, it's a 10-win plus season, regardless. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. 10 wins plus. 10 wins. Baker Mayfield is the 4th best quarterback in the entire conference. Not the division, the entire conference. He's right behind Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford, and there is Baker Mayfield. Sorry to say it. A lot of you motherfuckers on the opposing team, hell, a lot of you Panther fans will have a lot to say about that. But who gives a fuck? Leave it in the comment. And then on top of that, do me a favor, do your due diligence, go back and compare these motherfuckers. Look at what you're saying. Pay attention to what the fuck I'm saying. Now, after that, enough of that. That's the recap on last night's live. That's the recap on the NFC power rankings. You know what I mean? First teams out, first teams in. The NFC entire power rankings. I just gave it to you. Hey, look, Do me a favor. Break down the NFC conference, then rank your team. Give you fuck what the NFL say. The NFL, what they rank us at, a fucking 29? Kind of whole shit is that? The NFL officially ranked us coming into this year at number 29, behind all kind of fucking bullshit teams, man. But you gotta understand, you can't, you gotta take that with a grain of salt, because the way they do that dumb shit, the way Vegas set up week one betting lines, is they go off of last year record. You know what I mean? So they go off the last year record, the position of your offense of last year, the position that you ranked in defense last year. So if we look at it last year, then 29 would be suffice. 29th would be suffice. But we're not looking at last year. Oh no, this is not last year. This is an entirely different ball club, coaching staff, quarterback. It's just different. This is a different ball club. So this is a new drink, so to speak. Now we'll get into the Cleveland Browns versus the Carolina Panthers. Week 1, game day breakdown. Let's get into this shit. Because evidently a lot of y'all need to know how the fuck we gonna win this game. When I already know. I'm already in the loop. I already know we're gonna win this game, but we'll talk about it anyway. Now, first off, I'm researching the Cleveland Browns, and these motherfuckers, they really searching. They really searching. These motherfuckers are scrambling. They scrambling over there in Cleveland, trying to fill goddamn roster spots, trying to find quality depth at key positions. At one position, the quarterback position. The Cleveland Browns I think just yesterday, day before, maybe not even that late, they signed your boy Kalen Mons off of the waiver wire. You know what I mean? Off of somebody's goddamn practice squad. And mind you, Kalen Mons, they elevated him already to be the backup. When Deshaun come back, he'll be the backup to Jacoby Brissett, of course. But right now, he's backing up Jacoby Brissett. And that's Kalen Mons. Look, I can't make this shit up. It's out there. If you ain't nobody, do your research. This is the quarterbacks we're facing. So God forbid somebody twist Jacoby Brissett black ass up come week 1, first quarter. We'll be playing against Kalen Mons. So shout out Kalen Mons. Boy, I hope to God you better be praying and thanking your God. Just be thanking and praying that you don't goddamn run your black ass out there on the field come September 11th, because it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad for Jacoby Brissett, and I'm finna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because first off, before we even get there, the Cleveland Browns on defense, now let's just be real. Their front four is their strength. Their front four is their strength. Behind their front four, it ain't too much we got to fucking worry about as far as proven players. They got a lot of young players. In fact, the Cleveland Browns have the rookie. They have the youngest roster, the youngest 53-man roster in the NFL. In the league, they are the youngest team by the 53-man roster account. So what they said, they really don't have no veteran presence in their locker room, except for on that defensive line. Not even at quarterback. I mean, you can say Jacoby's a veteran leader. I mean, well, leader, no, but veteran, yeah. I say he's a veteran. He's definitely a veteran, you know what I mean? But a leader, I can't say that. So I can't particularly say to you that Jacoby Brissett is going to come out here and carve my defense up week 1. Oh no, I'm not going to do that. If anything, I'm going to tell you my defense go listen here. That's free fucking lunch. That's free lunch, goddammit. So on top of that, I say that to say the Cleveland Browns, you know what I mean? They talking about Greedy Williams possibly being on the trading block before they trying to move this nigga before week 1. See, the Cleveland Browns is in a frenzy right now. They frantic. They don't know what to fucking do. Basically, they in a panic. They spent all that money on black ass dirty DM Watson. You know what I mean? So now they're in a fucking panic right now, trying to fill positions that they need filled. They need positions, skilled positions on both sides of the ball. They need. The Cleveland Browns, to me, are depleted, if you ask me, especially at quarterback, and especially at quarterback. Defensive backfield, quarterback, they depleted. They got corners on the trading block. They try and move right now. You know what I mean? That would be starting for their team. So I say this to all my Panther fans. Never mind. I mean, when you think this shit is bad over here, all you got to do is open your motherfucking front door and look outside and see all the shit going on in other motherfuckers' front yards. You understand? Shit ain't as bad as you thought it was over this bitch. It's actually quite nice. You know what I mean? It's actually quite fucking nice. Now, what I just told y'all about the Cleveland Browns, they struggling at quarterback. They really don't have no depth behind Jacoby. And mind you, he could be starting for a long time over there. Damn near a third, a whole complete 3/3 of the season. The third of fucking, Deshaun Watson out for a long time. So they're struggling at quarterback. They really don't have no depth on the defensive back end. Okay, and I really can't tell you how much depth they have on their defensive front. But what I do know is that the defensive front is their goddamn engine on defense. So with a subpar defensive backfield, depletion at quarterback, now they're starting right tackle in Jack Coughlin or Conklin or whatever you want to call that motherfucker. Yeah, me. He had surgery in December to repair a fucking ruptured patella tendon. And so the Cleveland Browns have yet to, say he or take this motherfucker off the pup list. They starting right tackle is out and has yet to be cleared coming into week 1. So even if they do clear him week 1, do we honestly expect this motherfucker to be 100%? So no. So off the right side of that offensive line, there will be significant pressure coming off of that offensive line of the Cleveland Browns because they're missing their starting right tackle and don't know if he gonna come back. You know what I mean? Don't believe me, nigga, do your research. Even the head coach telling you, don't know what's up with this motherfucker. We just don't know. Shout out to Yanellas. Yanellas, I see you, baby. Creekside Entertainment. What's popping? So depleted at quarterback. No true talent there. No true no depth, no talent at the defensive back end. Right tackles out or don't know when he'll be back. This is the Cleveland Browns I'm talking about. Hey, and on top of that, this was another thing that jumped out at me about the Cleveland Browns coming into week 1 and their 53-man roster. Even on their depth chart, the Cleveland Browns only have 2 tight ends active on the 53-man depth chart. And see, this right here alone limits the Cleveland Browns, especially in the passing game, because if you only got 2 tight ends on your active roster, that means a lot of things. For one, I mean, and it don't make sense to get into all of them, but it means a lot of things. For one, you're limited as far as formations go when you only have 2 tight ends on the active fucking 53-man roster, because God forbid something happens to one of these niggas. Now you only got one. Then you be, hey, shout out to the Cleveland Browns for being fucking panicked, for being some out of control bitches over there. Because for some reason, y'all chose to pay this nigga dirty DM Watson what you paid him. Now you really don't have no wiggle room to do shit in Cleveland. So now I'm thinking about you got 2 fucking tight ends active on your 53-man roster. Meanwhile, the Panthers got about 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers. We still trying to siphon through. So you know what I mean? Shout out to the Cleveland Browns for being a trade partner here soon for a tight end for the Carolina Panthers, because that shit right there alone. Shout out to Kevin Stefanski for not knowing what the fuck he really doing over there. And all you motherfuckers throwing Kevin Stefanski name out there as being a elite head coach. Get the fuck out of here, man. The fuck on with that damn head coach. And this guy needs to be head coach and head. Niggas kill me with that shit. Niggas kill me when niggas go past talking football to who need to be sitting in executive seats, knowing goddamn well you ain't got the knowledge or the goddamn physical capability to articulate who need to be in these management seats. Get the fuck out of here. Because right now, if Kevin Stefanski know anything, you know damn well 2 tight ends on your active roster ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to start moving something around. You're gonna have to wiggle something sooner or later. But see, shout out to the Cleveland Browns for not knowing what the fuck they need to go on or to even. We're gonna get into it though. Because right here, I got the entire starting lineup, the Cleveland Browns, from left end to the right end. God damn it. I got the entire starting line. Offensive. I ain't give a fuck about their defense. We talk offense. Now, the Cleveland Browns number 1 wide receiver coming into the 2022-2023 season is Amari fucking Cooper. And on the right side of him is Donovan People-Jones, whoever the fuck he is. See, I be trying to tell y'all, look, these motherfuckers that y'all deem threats ain't really no fucking threat. When you get into the goddamn season, and you really get to comparing who's who and what's what on fucking paper, half of these motherfucking games these niggas out here talking about we losing, I don't see them as lost. You know what I mean? So anyway, Amari Cooper, Donovan People-Jones. How many of y'all got that nigga on your fantasy team? How many of y'all niggas got Donovan on your fantasy team? Matty Lomax, what's good, my G? Kid Sullivan, I see you. Hey, shout out Donna B. Get that nigga on the line. Get the mad Cleveland Brown fan on the goddamn line for week 1. I really need his ass. We pop it off with him. Shout out Donna B. Mal High, what's good, my G? They going too goddamn far with the shit, man. Shout out my nigga Mal High. Now back into it. I gave you the number 1, number 2 wide receiver, Amari Cooper, Donovan People-Jones. How many of y'all got that nigga on your fantasy lock? Anyway, starting left tackle is Jederick Willis Jr., left guard Joel Bonito, center Ethan Pokic, Pocket, whatever you want to fucking call him. At right guard, we got Wyatt Teller. At right tackle, you got Jeff Coughlin or Copeland. But right now, they got him penciled in to not, or they're not sure if the starting right tackle will play. So right behind him, that could possibly start at right tackle is Chris Hilbert. I did all my research on them. They big, but they ain't no fucking head turners. You know what I mean? Chris Hilbert. You know what I mean? So there's your starting offensive line. None of these niggas are jumping out at you as far as, Pro Bowl and playoff caliber offensive linemen. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? As starting quarterback, you got Jacoby Brissett. Starting running back, Nick Chubb. Backing him up is, of course, Kareem Hunt, who we all know is disgruntled right now and has been asking for trade, has been demanding trade. Whether or not he get traded before week 1 remains to be seen. But what I do know is he's disgruntled, and what I do know, disgruntled players don't play. They don't give it they 100%. So you might, and then mind you, the Cleveland Browns still got about 4 or 5 running backs on their active roster. So that tells me they don't really know what the fuck they got behind Nick Chubb. So every one of you motherfuckers that previously spoke on the Carolina Panthers getting ran the fuck over come week 1 by the Cleveland Browns running game. I want all you motherfuckers to put my goddamn right ball on your bottom lip, because you niggas don't know what you're talking about. If you niggas telling me and gonna sit here and tell me that the Cleveland Browns that's gonna be missing their starting right tackle, that really have no viable backup behind Nick Chubb, you niggas sit here and tell me that this is a run attack that we're gonna have to fear. I say kindly to you, sir, get the fuck out of here. There is no way on God's green earth is Nick Chubb by himself gonna pose that much of a damn threat to us running the ball. I just don't see it. It's not gonna happen. And also with Jacoby Brissett back there, who's basically a mediocre pocket passer. Come on, man. We ain't got to worry about no motherfucking no RPOs, no none of that shit. We don't have to worry about that. You don't know what RPOs, run, pass options. Jacoby Brissett is not killing nobody there. I'm sorry to say that. He's just not. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here? Now, another point that I gotta make about this is that, in a nutshell, if I'm putting all this shit in the jar, and I'm going to grind this shit up in a few minutes and smoke it, I'm going to say to you, I'm not even worried about their fucking passing attack. I'm not worried about Amari Cooper. I'm not worried about a Donovan People-Jones. Nigga, please. We got all the efficient and sufficient help on the back end as far as talent go to shut both of these motherfuckers down. And then as far as they tight end go, now mind you, I told you they only had 2 coming in on the active roster. This time, you know who the fuck they starter is. There's David Njoku. Now, if anybody's going to pose any kind of threat in the passing game, it's going to be him, matched up one-on-one with one of these linebackers. But I honestly don't see which one of these linebackers, right outside linebacker, left outside linebacker, whether it be Frankie Louvu or whether it be Shaq Thompson. I don't see David Njoku truly getting off on there one of these niggas. Hell no, especially not Frankie Louvu. He's sideline. We know what the fuck Shaq Thompson gonna do. So the Cleveland Browns passing attack coming into week 1, there is no fucking threat they pose on this Carolina Panthers defense at all, running the ball or passing the ball. So I'm going to ask you, to you motherfuckers said week 1 was going to be a loss, how in the fuck are they going to beat us? Tell me, how in the fuck are the Cleveland Browns supposed to beat the Carolina Panthers week 1? Somebody tell me something. Quit playing with me. Say goddamn like button. If you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed to the channel already. Share the video if you feel like it. Show some love in the Cashapp if you want to go extra. Yeah, man. Big U, little Ed, double K 2021 should be pinned in the comment section. But there is no threat that the Cleveland Browns honestly pose to us. Now, if you want to look at the Cleveland Browns on the defensive side, now that's something that, now I know a lot of you motherfuckers won't go that way, so let me go and hit your ass from the back so you can't do that shit neither. If we talking that defense, And the strength of their defense being the defensive line, I told you that. Their front four. I know y'all done heard. I ain't the only nigga saying it. This offensive line, Carolina Panthers offensive line, is much improved. Very much improved from what it was last year and what it will be. We just need to see. You know what I mean? So with that being said, with the Cleveland Browns not truly having a threat on the second or third level in their defense, to me, I don't see one. This playbook, Ben McAdoo's playbook, can be actually wide the fuck open. There ain't too much we can't call against this Cleveland Browns defense. It ain't too much we can't run. Ain't too many formations, not too many schemes that we can't actually run and execute on this Cleveland Brown defense. I mean, if we want to talk about Ekwonu, you know what I mean? Maybe giving up a sack or two here. Maybe these sacks could be costly as hell. We don't know. Maybe Ekwonu come out and have a perfect fucking game. Again, questions we don't know. This is something we gotta ask. This is something that won't show itself until week 1, until these niggas are actually on the field. But I'm gonna tell you something. Ekwonu, mama and daddy, aunt, uncles, brothers, sisters, girlfriend, high school teacher, coach, they're gonna all be in Charlotte come week 1. So with that being said, Ekwonu gets motivated by his family. I'm starting to notice this. That black ass nigga play on he kick in another gear when his mom and daddy and family is around. You know what I mean? Ekwonu gets motivated. So I say that to say, week 1 we at home. Week 1 the stadium will be sold the fuck out. I say that to say Ekwonu will be motivated week 1. Now, granted, Myles Garrett he will be motivated too, due to the bulletin board shit that put out in the paper by a motherfucker saying some shit about Baker, saying Baker said this, Baker said that. But needless to say, it's bulletin board material. They will have that shit up on the board in Cleveland all week long coming up next week. You can bet your sweet ass on that shit. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna be talking about it somewhere in the Cleveland Browns organization, even on the bus ride or plane flight over. They're gonna be talking about it. So with that being said, there's a little extra motivation for the Cleveland Browns defense, but I honestly don't see that being enough to get them to win. I honestly feel like Baker will have nerves. Baker family will be there. Baker got a lot of shit to prove. More so, I think Baker has more to prove than almost any player in the NFL this season. Yeah, I could go as far as saying that. Baker Mayfield may have more to prove than any fucking NFL player this season. Yeah, I could definitely say that. Shout out Kenny. Kenny, what's poppin', my G? He say, what's good? Week 1. We on our way to week 1. Shout out to the 800 plus subscribers. We headed to that 1 click, goddammit. Y'all run me up. Run me up, baby. We on our way to that 1 click. Shit, run it up. Run it up, goddammit. But like I said, Kenny, shout out Kenny Gregory. We breaking down this fucking week 1 challenge. Brett S say 100% facts. Yes, sir. We in here, man. About to steam another green thing, and then we gonna recap from top to bottom. You feel me? Y'all know I like to recap the lives, especially for the new ones just coming in. I really don't like motherfuckers to miss what was said. You know what I mean? I like to recap. Last the great. Yeah. 1 click, baby. That 1 click. Shout out Brett S. He say, yeah, Baker got the most to prove. See, other platforms ain't gonna tell you like that. I'm gonna tell you like that over here. God damn it, Baker Mayfield is and has the most to prove in the NFL amongst any fucking player in the league. Tom Brady, I don't give a fuck who we talking about. Baker Mayfield has the most to prove. And that's across the spectrum from kickers to fucking running backs. I really don't care who it is. Baker Mayfield is the one. He is that guy. Everything he does right and everything he does wrong will be highly scrutinized this year by not just by Panther fans and Panther podcasts, but by the mass media alone. The mass media in the sport world gonna light his ass up. If he does wrong. Whatever he does wrong, whatever he does right, they gonna light his ass up. If he doing good, he gonna get all the praises. He gonna get all the praises he deserve. You know what I mean? So I think this season for Baker Mayfield is like I said a while ago. I got a good feeling that this will be Baker Mayfield's best season as a professional. I'm talking wins and stats. This will be his best season as a professional. I mean, thus far. Now, what happens in the future remains to be seen. I'm talking about thus far. But yeah, let's get back to the content. I just told y'all their wide receivers nor their tight ends. So basically, their passing attack does not fear anything. It does not make me fear anything about it. You got Amari Cooper and again Donovan People-Jones as the number 1 and number 2 wide receiver. At the number 1 tight end, there's of course David Njoku, who I told you who's the only one who really could get off. Of course, Amari Cooper is who he is. I guess it all depends on how healthy he is. So their passing attack, along with Jacoby Brissett, does not pose a threat at all. And I'm gonna leave it at that. No, now back to the top. We're gonna recap every fucking thing right now. That's what we'll do. Shout out to everybody who just pulled up. We'll recap this thing. I told y'all I started the live off by recapping the live from last night, the NFC Power Rankings. I had a bunch of motherfuckers jump in my DM, texting me and shit. You know what I mean? Talking all kind of crazy shit like, oh, what the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean? And they mentioning teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and the fucking Chargers. And I said, look, go back, look at the fucking thumbnail. Go back, look at the live. Bitch, the live was only an NFC conference. The NFC conference, not AFC, just the NFC alone. I said the NFC conference power, the power rankings. This had nothing to do with the AFC team with your dumb ass. These niggas will come at you all kind of ways just so they can tell you wrong when you know you fucking right. You know what I mean? But needless to say, last night's live was a NFC conference breakdown, and I gave you teams 1 through. I gave you the top teams in and the last teams out, and we'll recap the top teams in. I got number 1, the LA Rams, number 2, Green Bay, number 3, Tampa Bay, number 4, win-wise, the Carolina Panthers. Right behind the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints. Right behind them, the Washington Commodores, the San Francisco 49ers, and bringing up the ass in will be the Dallas Cowboys. These are the first 8 teams in. The last 6 teams will be, the last 2 teams in the conference will be fighting for a wild card spot. Now, I give you the division leaders. The division leaders, the LA Rams will win the West with a 13-4 record. The Green Bay Packers will win the North with a 12-5 record. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers wins the NFC South with a 12-5 overall record. It pains me to say it, goddammit, but I have to because I want to at least be fair for these motherfuckers who won't talk or won't rebuttal anything I got to say here. I at least want to be somewhat critical or somewhat fair to where they can goddamn argue or rebuttal what I say. So the New Orleans Saints, right behind the Panthers, will finish with a 10-7 record. San Francisco and the Dallas Cowboys will share a 9-8 record. That was my NFC conference power rankings, not the entire NFL. You beanhead ass niggas. Pay attention to what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You don't hear no fucking AFC team in this fucking plethora of teams. I know what the fuck I'm doing. If I want the power rank the AFC, I do just that. God damn it. Now moving on. Sorry about that, but motherfucker make me want. I gotta recap. I had to recap. Shout out Donna B. Say Ram fans scared me. Fuck a Ram fan. I ain't thinking about them. You know what I mean? They got to see us this year anyway, Donna B. And don't fuck around, let us be one of them losses that I see on their record. You feel me? Now, I also stated in the live last night, and I'm going to reiterate today, why I gave you or why these teams are positioned how and why they are. And it's solely because of quarterback play. I could get into everything else, but none of that other shit matters. It's the quarterback play in the NFC conference. Now, I gave the Rams the number one spot because they defending champions. And they have Matthew Stafford as quarterback. Green Bay has Aaron Rodgers. Tampa Bay has Tom Brady. But the Carolina Panthers have the number 4 quarterback in the conference, motherfucking Baker Mayfield. He is the number 4th best quarterback in this conference. I don't give a fuck about it. You want to argue about it, leave it in the goddamn comment, nigga. I told you that. Baker Mayfield is preceding the rest of these quarterbacks in this conference. You don't believe me? Get into it. Break it down. Do the research. Then you come back and tell me. Then you come back and tell me. Shout out to Kendall. Hey, Kendall says, stop it up. Kendall, what quarterbacks in the NFC is better than Baker Mayfield outside of Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, nigga? Please. And don't give me Kyler Murray. Don't give me Dak Prescott. Don't give me fucking Jameis Winston. Don't give me Trey Lance. Don't give me none of that shit. Don't give me Carson Wentz. Don't give me none of that shit. And lo and behold, this black ass nigga Kendall fires back with Trey Lance. Get the fuck out of here, Kendall. Please, man. Please, nigga. Please. I'm not entertaining that Trey Lance better than Baker Mayfield shit. I'm just not. There's no need for me to. Shout out Kent Sullivan. He say the Panthers can beat the Rams if we really want it. Hey, look, and I think it all gonna come down to will, Kent. Shout out my nigga Big Bag. You already know Big Bag. Benjamin Farmer, what's good? Jalen, what's popping, my G? Carolina Boy 33. You already know. You already know. Hey, shout out Mile High. He say none of them bums, huh? Kendall always on some left hand shit. Ain't none of them bums I just ran down to you gonna outplay Baker Mayfield week in, week the fuck out. You can't tell me they are. Only niggas that I can agree with will be Aaron Rodgers. And look, Baker Mayfield might get up for that fucking game. On top of that, I give you Tom Brady because of his accolades. I'm going to give you Matthew Stafford. He a defending champ, nigga. But other than that, outside of them motherfuckers, ain't now one of these quarterbacks better than Baker Mayfield, man. None of them. None of them motherfuckers going out play Baker Mayfield week in, week out. I'm sorry. Hey, look, I don't have to keep arguing that point. I know what time it is. You know what I mean? Now, I also, and there's another position. I gave you 3 of them. And then I told you that the Carolina Panthers have the absolute number 1 best running back in the NFC conference. You can talk Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is great. I'll give him that. But when it comes to the Panthers, we got this nigga booked. So anybody else in the NFC, you can give me Dalvin Cook for Minnesota. You can throw a couple names at me as far as running backs in the NFC. But if Christian McCaffrey's healthy, he's arguably the best back in the league, not just the NFC, in the fucking entire league. So I say that to say we have the number 1, barring he stays healthy, we have the number 1 running back in the league. Fuck the NFC. I say the league, but we'll keep this solely NFC. Christian McCaffrey's the best in the NFC. And then I told you we got the top 2 or top 3 wide receiving core in the NFC conference. I'm talking about in the NFC conference alone. Don't give me AFC. Don't give me none of that shit AFC. We talking NFC. I'm talking in the conference, we got top 2, top 3 best wide receiving core. I don't give a fuck what you want to say. We can shoot the names, we can talk stats, but it all gonna lead back to what I'm telling you. We got the top 2, top 3 wide receiving core in the NFC. Period. Somebody say, watch out. Hey, shout out Kit Sullivan. Say, watch how we move up the power ranking. Yeah. Hey, immediately after week 1. Watch that shit, Kit Sullivan. Immediately after week 1, after we dispose of the fucking Cleveland Browns, we're going to be ranked top 15 somewhere. Immediately. Week 1. Week fucking 1. And after I told you, we got the top 3 wide receiving core, top 2, top 3 in the conference. This is why I tell you the Panthers will finish with an 11-6 record. This is why I say to you, Baker Mayfield is the 4th best quarterback in the conference. I don't just make this shit up. I don't just say this shit. This shit has weight behind it. You feel what I'm saying? So, shout out the niggas who make shit up. You know what I mean? Now, we'll get back into this week 1 game breakdown. Cleveland Browns versus the Carolina Panthers. This is a home game for us. You understand? It's going to be sold out. Everybody going to be there. Everybody. Now, I get into the Cleveland Browns. I told you. I got the entire starting depth chart right here. And we're going to revisit this. Let's look at it again. Shout out to you motherfuckers who still don't believe. But let's look at it again. All right? Now, first off, let's get this out of the way. The Cleveland Browns got the youngest 53-man roster in the fucking league. If you didn't know that, they do. And that's only, and the reason that they said that, the organization said the reason for this is because the Cleveland Browns in the past 3 seasons have yet to waive one of their draft picks. So I don't know if that's good GMing or bad GMing, goddammit. But the Cleveland Browns, every draft pick that they drafted, they have yet to waive one or cut one in the past 3 seasons. I don't know what the fuck that means, but you can take that, dissect that however you want it. To me, I don't think that's good GMing. You know what I mean? To me, that means you really don't have veteran leadership on every level of the team. So to me, that's a downside, goddammit. That's a major minus. You feel me? Now, we look at the Cleveland Browns starting lineup from left to right. Starting wide receivers 1 and 2. You got Amari Cooper. You got Donovan People-Jones. I told you. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is, but he's the number 2. Starting left tackle, you got Derek Willis Jr. At left guard, Joel Benito. I mean, and Joel Benito's pretty fucking good. I mean, we know who Benito is. We know who he is. And at center, you got Ethan Pokic or Pocket or Pokey, however you want to pronounce this shit. They sent us pretty good. Actually, the interior left and right guard plus the center is actually pretty fucking solid to say the least. But their right tackle, starting right tackle, had a fucking rupture patella tendon last season. Just had the surgery last December, and the coaching staff still don't know how this nigga gonna bounce back. He still ain't practiced, he's still rehabbing. So the starting right tackle, I'd like to say the percentile chance of him missing week 1 is in the 90s. He may not even play week 1, starting right tackle. And if he starts, will he finish the game? And his name is Jack Conklin, if you ain't know that. And backing him up is Chris Hubert. Hubert will be backing him up should he not start week 1. So mind you, they already into the depth chart as far as the offensive line go. Okay. Starting tight end, David Njoku. You should know that already. Quarterback, you got Jacoby Brissett taking the place of Deshaun Watson, mind you. And now all training camp, Deshaun got the starting reps. So look for Jacoby to come in with a somewhat limited playbook week 1. You hear me? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Step on that goddamn like button. You already know what time it is. Quit playing with me. So you got Njoku along with Jacoby Brissett, starting running back Nick Chubb, and Kareem Hunt. Now, mind you, Kareem Hunt wants a trade, made this shit public. He's a disgruntled back. So, and I say that to say this. The Cleveland Browns still have about 4 to 5 running backs on the active roster, which means they don't truly know what the fuck gonna happen with Kareem Hunt, so he may not even be starting week 1. So, mind you, they have no viable backup for Nick Chubb. So this running attack that you motherfuckers so-called feared, you ain't got nothing to hush, you little baby you. You ain't got nothing to worry the fuck about. And then on top of that, they only got 2 tight ends on the active 53-man roster. And the backup tight end is Harrison Bryant. And Harrison Bryant, okay. I mean, he ain't too much to turn he ain't turning too many heads. Like I say, there's not nothing top to bottom to fear truly about this Cleveland Brown team. The only thing that I say I can truly or I might truly want to put a closer eye on or a bigger look or take a closer look at would be this starting defensive front. The starting defensive front on the Cleveland Browns is the engine of this defense, because I told you earlier at the beginning of the live that they have no depth on the back end. They got cornerbacks on the trading block, or maybe on the trading block right now. They try and move week 1. Like I say, the Cleveland Browns are in a frenzy right now. They panicking. They got roster spots they gotta fill in key positions. They need key positions filled. You know what I mean? They need quality depth at certain spots that they don't have. And week 1 is on their ass. The Cleveland, and on top of that, by paying Dirty DM what the fuck they paid him, it put them in a fucking conundrum. They in a bad spot. Put it like that. The Cleveland Browns are they really shit, man? Hell, need I say that the signing of Deshaun Watson and the suspension of Deshaun Watson may have set this organization the fuck back. And I don't need to say it. I'm going to say it. The Cleveland Browns set themselves the fuck back. On top of that, because mind you, they signed Amari Cooper before they fucking knew that the Deshaun Watson shit was going to transpire. So now you look at what you did with Amari Cooper, you fucking wasted what you wasted there. Because you really won't get to utilize Omari how you thought you was, because Deshaun Watson ain't fucking on the field. Oh, this shit it's just turning out to be such a beautiful thing coming in this bitch week one. That it's almost, I'm almost finna, I mean, I know we're favored, but I'm finna give us a prediction as far as percentage go. And now it's in the high 80s. It's a high 80% chance that we win this motherfucker. Shit, it's almost such a sure thing that you might want to goddamn put something down on it in Vegas, goddamn it. You might want to put something down on. I'm taking all bets as far as the Cleveland Browns go. Anybody want action, goddamn it, let me know. Get at me in the Discord. Get at me in the comment section. DM me, nigga. Instagram, 2020. I don't give a fuck. Anybody want that action as far as Cleveland Brown game go, I want in. I want all the way in. Shit, like I'm goddamn playing with you. I want in. Cause shout out 1 Millie. What's popping 1 mil? You already know what time it is, my G. I see you. Mike Crotty, what's good? He say Amari getting 20. Look, Amari getting 20 million this year, and they won't even get to utilize that motherfucker how they wanted to. It's like buying a scat pack or a Hellcat in the wintertime, goddammit. Right at the beginning of the end of November, beginning December. And knowing damn well it's getting ready to snow in your city. You had to put that bitch up to the summertime. That's what gotta happen. That shit crazy. So, like I say, this Cleveland Browns matchup, the matchup between the Cleveland Browns is starting to favor the Carolina Panthers so much that you would be an absolute fool not to bet on it in Vegas. You would be an absolute goddamn fool not to bet on it. And shout out to the sponsors, BUSR. You'd be an absolute fool not to goddamn start an account with BUSR. And new account holders or new account users, anything you deposit, they gonna goddamn match it up to $1,000, and they give you free casino chips. So if you're a betting man and you really want to win, you want a sure thing. Come week one, you will take the bet on Carolina versus Cleveland. For one, I just did the numbers. I just did the math, analytics. I got 89%. So 89% chance the Carolina Panthers beat the Cleveland Browns at home. This is what both rosters compiled into the data sheet. This is what the running backs, wide receivers, all of that coaching staff, they giving the Carolina Panthers an 89% chance to win week one at home. So with that being said, if you're a betting man, be wise. You know what I mean? Now, I think I saw the other day we opened it. Vegas opened us up as a 2-point favorite. The point spread is 41.5. Man, shit. Now that I'm thinking about it, that 41.5, I might take the over on that. It might be wise to take over 41 right there. Because the way it looked, the Carolina Panthers might put up 28 to 30-something points by their goddamn self. You feel what I'm saying? You bet on the over. You bet on the point spread. Over, under, however you want to do it. You lose there, but you won't lose. You won't lose on the point, on the goddamn on the 2 point, on the point spread. Yeah, you ain't gonna lose on that. Or if you just bet straight out at Carolina over Cleveland, you'll hit there. So if you're a betting man or a betting woman, you'd be wise to do yourself one this opening September 11th. You do wise. And shout out to you. I don't know if I can get in trouble for that, YouTube, getting you gambling insight, but I don't know. I didn't show you no data. I'm just talking. You know what I mean? I didn't expose no data or nothing. I'm just saying. So I think if I had physically showed you data, YouTube to strike a nigga for getting gambling insight. But I'm just talking. This is all alleged. You feel me? This is all alleged. Yeah. Shout out Carolina Boy 33. Say, Unc, you got me hyped. Money line or points. J. Hugh, whatever you want to. I mean, you'll do well betting anything. If you're going on the line on the 41.5. I at first I was thinking under. Like 2 days, a day and a half ago, I was thinking under. I looked at it, but now that I'm on this live and we conversating and we compiling this shit together, and after I just ran the analytics and it gave me back an 89% chance of the Panthers beating the Cleveland Browns week 1 at home, I gotta say I gotta go with the over on the 41.5 points. You hear me? And that's combined. But they got the Carolina Panthers as a 2-point favorite. I would definitely go with the 2-point favorite. It's funny, though, you know what I mean, because of the new kicker we got. Shout out Eddie Perino. The new kicker make that 2-point real greasy, boy. That goddamn 2-point, that's real greasy. You gotta keep Eddie Perino in the back of your goddamn mind now. You hear me? Shout out Eddie Perino. He make that 2-point greasy. Shout out Cheese Todd. He say, "Unc, you a gambling man?" Oh, I gamble when I know I can win. I gamble when I know I can pretty much manipulate the gamble, you know, or I can manipulate what I'm gambling on. I don't like to gamble on shit I can't see. You know what I mean? That's the base. If I can say that plainly. I don't like to gamble on shit I can't see. Shout out to Charles Lemon. Charles Lemon, your 2020 City Light t-shirt on the way, baby. Be waiting on that. You know what I mean? Be waiting on that. It's on the way, baby. And you know what I mean? Take pictures of it. 24-16. That put us right at that 40-point, Choppy. That's close. That's pushing that 41. But see, Choppy, shout out Choppy 71 for doing this due diligence. And if we going off of that, Choppy, we got to go under. We got to take under the 41 point, the 41.5 point. Yeah, calculated risk, Cheese Top. I mean, if I lose, if I'm gambling and I lose, then I know I was it was supposed to happen. You know what I mean? I don't just like them unexplainable losses. I sure don't. But back to it, I really don't see anything as far as this offense that scares us. Because if we're talking Amari Cooper, I simply resort back to Jacoby Brissett. You know what I mean? And if I look at Jacoby, I understand that Jacoby didn't take a lot of the first team reps in OTAs or training camp. They made sure to get Deshaun Watson all that fucking work. You know what I mean? At the same time, they neglected Jacoby. So I'm looking for Jacoby to come in with a partial download of this playbook. I don't expect the playbook to be completely open for Jacoby. So, and then I look at Nick Chubb, this running attack. So I say, okay, Nick Chubb, but then I look behind Nick Chubb and all the confusion going on with Kareem Hunt. So then I say there's no viable backup behind Nick Chubb. So then I also look at their right tackle, their starting right tackle. Nick Chubb, the running attack makes me look at the offensive line. Their starting right tackle may be out. It's a 90% chance that it will be a backup there. So this offensive line still will be solid, but let's just be real. It's knocked off a couple notches due to the fact there's no viable backup and there's an injury at one of the major offensive line spots. So all of that combined with Jacoby Brissett and who the fuck he is, knowing that they only have 2 tight ends active, and the starting tight end is David Njoku. None of this shit worries me. None of this shit worries me about this offense at all, as far as their weapons go. So I give the plus to our defense versus their offensive line. Then we ain't gonna get into the defense. I'll save that for another day. That's another day, another fucking another time. You know what I mean? But I truly had to come back and reiterate on the live that I did last night due to the technical difficulties. And I wanted to touch on the fucking week 1 preview of Cleveland Browns versus the Carolina Panthers. I gave you the entire starting offensive line. I gave you key injuries to their offensive line. I gave you their total starting depth chart. You know what I mean? I don't see none of that. I don't see no loss there. I also gave you analytics in the game breakdown. The Carolina Panthers have got an 89% chance of beating the Cleveland Browns week 1 at home. I gave you all that. Shout out to everybody who showed up tonight, man. If you late, you missed it. Shout out to Big Cat. Shout out to James Hurd. Y'all pulled up late. Joey the Mayor, what's popping? Yeah, y'all pulled up late. Carolina Boy 33, let them know. Y'all gonna have to go back and watch the replay now. You hear me? I'd have retracted the live one, not retracted, but we went back and we redid everything. You hear me? You already know I'm high as a motherfucker. High as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna even front on you. Shout out to the Sam there. Oh, now y'all pulling up. Oh, y'all pulling up on me there. Shit, I give y'all a minute. Pull up, goddammit. Pull up. Yeah. Panthers go smash the Browns week 1. Yeah, Carolina boys say one love, Panther Nation. Yeah, Kent Sullivan, Big Cat. Yeah, we might be going live on Panthers Uncensored tonight. Shout out MDJ 365. What up with you? He say Panthers over Browns. Yes, sir. You already know. You already know. Yeah, you already know, Kendall Cherie say we up, huh? Hey, I tried to break it down for you. Yeah. Hey, shout out Keep Panning TV podcast. A green thing. Yeah, I had a couple of. I could twist a nut. Hey, look, I could twist a nut. Yeah, I was waiting for y'all to pull up. Look like y'all too late. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. If you're new to the platform and you enjoyed the content, step on the like button on your way out. Step on your like button on the fucking way in. You feel me? If you ain't subscribed to the channel already, please do so for me. Share the video if you feel like it. One love, everybody. Enjoy your evening.